Now, live from Rogers, Arkansas, watching the Ozark skies from Walton and Walnut to Benderville and the Fort. Here's the whiz of Oz weather, Garrett Lewis.
I hope you guys had a great Monday coming up after 5 o'clock now, the middle of September. Does it feel like mid-September to y'all? Not for me, right? It's warm. We do have a chance of some thunderstorms. So here's what I'm going to talk about in this one. We've got a chance of thunderstorms tonight. We have a big soaking rain coming up later this week. And then we'll look at the weekend forecast, right? For what it's worth. I know it's still a ways out there, but this is a pretty big system that's moving through late week, should flush out the atmosphere, and I'm hoping the weekend looks pretty good. We may also take a look at some of those temperatures that are going to be going on out there. Okay, so what's happening now and then what happens next, right? Well, this is a look at the radar, and you can see not much return at all, just a little bit of ground clutter that's out there. So not a big deal as we look at the radar. As far as the live camera goes, this is the RDOT camera. That's looking southbound there. Boy, some heavy traffic. Isn't it a bummer when they do the construction there on those overpasses? Takes you forever to get from Fort Smith to Fayetteville or from Fayetteville to Fort Smith or vice versa. But there's no rain on the windshield, at least right now. But things could change, though, moving into the overnight. So here's why. So we have this warm front. You can see it draped across Kansas and then back down through central Arkansas. That's going to be lifting to the north. So this is the first focal point of rainfall. Not everybody gets rain out of this tonight. Most of us don't. A few of us will get a couple of thunderstorms sometime after midnight. If I had to guess, I'd say it's about 2 or 3 in the morning. You may hear a rumble of thunder in Bentonville or Bella Vista is pretty much what it looks like, at least as of right now. This is a look at the radar and the current front position. So the current front, the warm front, is situated across northeast Oklahoma from Green Country back into central Arkansas through Fort Smith and through the south part of Arkansas. So what about tonight? Let's talk about tonight's storms and let's look ahead towards next week too. So here's what's going on as we head into the overnight hours. I'm going to back this up just to give you an idea of where we are right now in terms of the data. So we're moving through 5 o'clock. So we're right about here. So there's no returns on radar right now. We saw that a moment ago. But as we go through the next couple of hours, that warm front will start lifting north. Now, the warm front causes what we call elevated storms. So these storms occur higher in the atmosphere. They're not a tornado threat. They're really not even a wind damage threat. They oftentimes contain some hail. And the cool thing about this is elevated storms happen above the cool boundary. And so there's a warm layer aloft, which means the sound waves actually bounce and get trapped, which causes thunder to be just a touch louder with elevated thunderstorms. That's what we may see tonight. So the model data puts this stuff as far as this evening goes developing right here. So this is going to be, let's see, we're midnight, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, that's 1 in the morning, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4, and that's 5. So see this little right there? It's always better with sound effects. It mostly moves across Benton County about 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe a clap of thunder. The risk of severe storms, I think, is really small with this. If we did see anything strong, it would be the hail. Of course, everybody's getting into the Christmas spirit. It seems like we do it right after Halloween, right? That's when the Christmas ornaments came out. And hey, I wanted to plug this for you guys. I love working at First and B. We're a proud supporter of the Children and Family Safety Center. We do these ornaments every year for our Tree of Hope. We've got one in our Bentonville branch. And if you want to put your business on there, we'll get you an ornament. I'll even throw your business up for an advertisement here on the Oz Weather social media page, as well as the First NB page as well. You'll get an invitation to the reception, your ornament on the tree with the name, and of course some business signage too. What's kind of sad about all this is the Children and Family Safety Center, they lost $600,000 in funding this year. And so they're trying to make up for that funding gap. If you're not familiar with what the CFACs do, they provide support services for children who are victims of abuse. They've got basically a one-stop shop. So you've got a psychologist there, you've got state police there, a prosecutor there, a nurse examiner there, a child advocate there. There's a lot of folks that are there, and you just hate to see them lose funding. So I'll put the link in the comments below after I finish this. And if you feel moved to give, I'll work with you, and we'll throw in some personalized forecasts with your business logo that's on there, or show whatever you want to show. Maybe you want me to do a heater forecast. A wash dog forecast. You guys know me. I'm zany and crazy enough to do it. All right, so here's what's going on. There's the front, right? We talked about the storms for tonight. Now let's talk about the forecast data for the overnight and then beyond. So we're going past past what we've got going on right now, and then what we get into later on in the week. So this is the one of the global models here. There's two different types of models. I mentioned this last time. This is one of the spectral models, a global model. It's taking the whole Earth and putting a grid around it, whereas other ones will take cuts and then put the grid over the cuts. So you have different model parameters, some higher resolution and lower resolution. This one is a lower resolution. That's why it sucks the farther out you go in time. So let's talk about what happens next. Here's where we are right now. Back it up right here. This is where we are now. You can see that little spotty area of rain that develops overnight. It's being driven by that low pressure, by the way, that's up there across parts of Nebraska. You can really see a lot better on this chart. And then as we cruise through Tuesday, not much going on. We've got breezy south winds. It'll be sunny. It's a warm day. Clouds move back in on Wednesday. Let's go to Wednesday morning, shall we? How about right? There's Wednesday morning. Hey, we're still clean. How about Wednesday lunchtime? Still clean. How about Wednesday at the drive home? When's the drive home? When's it get dark now? It's dark out there now. I should know that. This is 6 in the evening. So most of the day Wednesday looks pretty dry. I think we have a small chance of rain middle of the night tonight, and then we're mostly dry Tuesday and Wednesday. Wind's going to be a big deal on Tuesday. Wednesday, the clouds are going to thicken back up. You're going to notice it. Let's get to Wednesday night. That's when the fun happens. So here's Wednesday night and Thursday. Watch this rain start to break out. This is 9 in the evening on Wednesday. And then as we head into the overnight by about midnight, these are the showers and storms breaking out. More rain towards morning. This is 6 in the morning coming up towards midday. It looks like a small break there Thursday, about 9 or 10. And then it fills back in by noon and 1. And then we just get clobbered right through Thursday evening into the overnight. That's the big slug of rain. And then it starts to move east late Thursday night. Still some stragglers out there. By the way, this is Friday morning, so there's still a chance of rain early in the day Friday. What I want you to notice too is that upper low moves through Friday afternoon. That will cause daytime heating driven type storms. So I think we not only have that chance of some rain early in the day Friday, but once the ground starts to warm up, if it is sunny, I think under that upper low, you're probably going to get a couple of storms. Now keep in mind the daylight hours are pretty short. We don't have a whole lot of daylight this time of year. And then the low moves out right there. This is Friday evening at about 9 o'clock. That's good because by the time the weekend gets here, high pressure overhead. Yeah, baby. We're looking at highs right around 60, sunny skies, lows, 40s. Beautiful weather for this upcoming weekend once this rain moves out of there. Rain totals, what do they look like? Well, they're all over the place depending on who you follow on social media. Some folks say it's going to be Noah's Ark. Some folks say it's going to be a sprinkle. I'm thinking it's probably going to be closer to about 2 or 3 inches with a heavy rain axis setting up in northwest Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma. Some places are going to get more than 4. I'd probably bank on about 2. Keep in mind, vegetation's dead, so it's all going to run off. Not a lot of this stuff's going to get soaked into the ground. So by late Thursday, early Friday, there may be a little bit of flash flooding problems. We've spaced the rain events out enough. Hopefully, it's not an issue, but there is going to be some pretty decent totals that are coming up as we move towards the second half of the week. That's what's going on weather-wise, guys. Hope your week's off to a great start. Thanksgiving month just around the corner. And again, if you feel called as we move into the Christmas season to buy one of those corporate ornaments, there's also the possibility or the potential you could buy a family or an individual ornament as well. I'll put those in the comments and give you a social media plug and shout out too. Hope you have a great week, guys. I'll catch you back next time. If any severe weather gets out there, I'll be here letting you know about it. I don't think it's going to be that much though. See ya.